Hey there, I'm Theodore Henry, your host for this another Friday edition of Jamaica Magazine. We have lots in store for you today, so don't go anywhere.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security wishes to advise PATH beneficiaries that the June payment cycle will begin on Monday, June 22 and not June 15 as expected. The Ministry sincerely regrets this delay and apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
As high school students island-wide make preparations for their upcoming CSEC and CAPE exams in July, junior councillors of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation have created a website that will provide useful CXC material for those who need it the most. Let's learn more about this initiative.
Online learning has become the new normal for students in Jamaica and the world. Across all age groups, they are now making use of various digital learning resources and devices to ensure that education continues during the COVID-19 outbreak. For students without access, junior councillors from the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation have created the perfect solution.
The Junior Council has launched a Building Resilient Students campaign, which serves to curb the negative impacts of the pandemic on students' personal and academic lives. A part of this is the launch of our website, EduLink Jab.
The EduLink JA website was created by students for students who will be sitting the upcoming CSEC and CAPE exam.
This website was created using Wix, which is a free website creation platform, and all the material found on the website are contributions of junior councillors and high school students.
It's quite simple. All they have to do is type in their search bar EduLink JA, that's EduLinkJA. Once they see the Wix site, that's the council's KCMCJC's Wix site, they click that, sign up, and that's it. All the materials, all the resources are in their hands.
The website offers past papers for CAPE and CSEC students, as well as notes for the different subject areas constructed by teachers island-wide. The website also contains study tips and strategies to assist students in how to best utilize these resources.
Though the members of the council are satisfied with the level of assistance that the website is offering to students island-wide, there are plans to further increase its offerings.
Phase 2 will commence at the end of June. We are working on a collaboration with AIM Educational Services and the Ministry of Education in order to get our website zero rated.
We are currently trying to work on providing even more resources for students, particularly at the CAPE level, sitting business and humanities subjects, as we realize there is quite a deficit in obtaining these materials. Having heard the complaints from our fellow youth, the Junior Council aims to fulfill our duty to create an atmosphere of resilience.
The Building Resilience campaign is just one of the many missions of the 40 junior councillors who were recruited by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation as part of its local government month of activities.
The month of November is annually celebrated as Local Government and Community Month. And this is an initiative of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development as a way of getting our youth actively involved in the operations of local government. Student leaders are recruited by way of letters sent to their schools for them to engage in meaningful discussions on various societal issues. Leadership positions such as youth mayor, deputy youth mayor, and CEO are nominated and elected by students among themselves after vibrant campaigning demonstrating their leadership qualities.
Once elected, some of the key responsibilities of the youth councillors during their one-year tenure are to oversee all projects and activities to be carried out by the youth council, uphold the standards of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, and coordinate and execute projects to advance the mission and vision of the KSAMC.
the ongoing COVID-19 Building Resilient Students campaign, and resource materials website launch for CXC are prime examples of how our junior counselors are demonstrating resilience and service to their peers.
As of Monday, June 8, 2020, students who will be sitting CSEC and CAPE examinations will return to school to finalize exam preparations. The Ministry of Education is reminding students and school administrators to abide by the numerous prevention and control measures it has put in place to limit the spread of COVID-19. Ensure that the social distancing of 6 feet apart is maintained in classrooms. Follow the distancing markers implemented by schools and avoid gatherings during lunch and after school. Practice proper respiratory safety measures by wearing masks at all times, covering your mouth and nose with tissue when coughing and sneezing, throwing away the used tissue in a wastebasket that can be closed, and washing hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Practice proper hand hygiene by washing hands frequently with soap and water, especially after using the restroom, eating, handling garbage, and touching commonly used areas, using at least 62% hand sanitizer when soap and water is not available, and avoiding the touching of eyes, nose, and mouth with hands. Remember to share love by sending messages and sharing encouragement when you see each other, and avoiding the shaking of hands and hugging. The elbow bump works. For more information on the prevention and control measures for the reopening of schools, simply visit the ministry's website at moey.gov.jm or its social media pages.
Sign with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sign with me.
Like high school students, learning continues remotely for children at the primary and early childhood levels. A host of learning resources are available at their fingertips. Just take a look.
As part of efforts to ensure there is no wide-scale spread of COVID-19 in Jamaica, government announced an initial 14-day closure of schools, which began on Friday, March 13. The classrooms are now empty, but learning has not been abandoned.
We will be making provisions to enable online training or continued education online.
"180 teachers have been trained to deliver lessons to students through the web-based one-on-one communication learning management system. The Education Ministry has made resources available to students from kindergarten up to grade 13. A detailed list of online digital learning resources have been compiled and shared with all schools. The ministry has also partnered with several educational providers to deliver content for students at all levels of the education system. These include Book Fusion, Learning Hub, EduFocal, and Cheetah. The online platform Book Fusion Limited exposes children to a host of free ebooks. The website allows students to read ebooks on the primary exit profile PEP, biographies, history, literature, and math, just to name a few. The Learning Hub Online is a Caribbean-based online test preparation website. It offers tests on all subjects pursued by students in grades 1 to 13. It also has hundreds of interactive PEP, G6NAT, CSEC, and CAPE test materials for each subject offered. EduFocal is another partner of the Education Ministry. The innovative social learning platform combines study with play. While students are at home, the platform is offering free virtual lessons led by PEP master teachers. Study guides, tutorial videos, questions and answers, and examinations are also offered on the site. Cheetah, or Connect to Higher Education Electronic Tools, Apps and Help, is offering free PEP workbooks to students in math, science, ability, and language arts. The small corporation also creates unique educational resources for the pre-primary and primary levels, which include tablets, apps, toys, headphones, tablet accessories, and books. Outside of these partnerships, steps are being taken to liaise with other private and public sector stakeholders.
We have been in contact with Flow, and Flow will also be making internet availability readily accessible to persons on our platform so that they can continue with their education.
The ministry is also in partnership with the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica, PBCJ, and RJR Gleaner to deliver live and recorded educational content to students at all levels of the education system. The programs will air on PBCJ Mondays to Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. with rebroadcasts on the weekends. On TVJ, it's Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to midday.
25 community channels have also been brought into play, and the children now have gotten so accustomed to that kind of interaction with their teachers and with the educational system that it's going to be challenging when we have to return to the classroom, because they're doing very, very well. We have a 70% coverage across the island, and the other 30% where we don't have access to cable and to internet services, we do it physically, manually.
As parents, we're all living through this period of uncertainty. Here are 3 tips that I believe will help you to get through the challenges. 1, control your anxieties. There's a whole lot of information out there, so it's important that you limit the amount of information that you consume. Fact check. Trust only the authentic, reliable sources. 2, ask your children what they know. Listen for their answers and clear up whatever misconceptions they have. It is important that you reassure them. And 3, validate their feelings. If your children tell you that they're scared or they're frightened, let them know that it is okay. But continue to provide that love and reassurance so they know that they will get through.
Up next is an inspiring story of how a group of participants from government's HOPE program are doing their part to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
I graduated from Hope and Fashion Design Level 2. I'm currently studying Fashion Design in Level 3 at the moment. The course was about to finish on March 31st, and it was put out because of the coronavirus. So now I'm here making masks. I'm here day on almost every single day trying to make a mask, at least 100 masks to supply. So each day I'm here working.
When COVID started and when the outbreak started in Jamaica, we realized that we had no choice but to shut down all training, and especially by what we did at Hope. So we had community-based training, we had institutional-based training like you see here at this Heart Academy. When we realized what was happening with COVID and the need for wearing masks by the general public, we decided to recall some of these youngsters who had then been at home for a few weeks, not earning a stipend, not doing anything. So we recalled them and we put systems in place here very, very strict controls to maintain this sterile environment, the sanitizing processes, and at the same time to have them making these masks.
Making these masks, these HOPE program masks, these can basically benefit Jamaica by preventing the spreading of coronavirus. And I live by the philosophy where there is hope, there is life.
The Heart Trust Garmex Academy on Marcus Garvey Drive has become a tenacious player in the island's fight against COVID-19. What started as an initiative to engage numerous unattached young people enrolled in the Housing, Opportunity, Production and Employment Hope program has begun to bring hope to countless Jamaicans. The team of approximately 25 Hope trainees, 10 instructors, and numerous volunteers is tasked with the daily target of producing 1,000 reusable fabric masks that will be supplied to some of the less fortunate among us.
The masks are made and supplied. We try to get them to the most vulnerable groups. So we send them to infirmaries, to children's homes. We send them to other social workers groups that are out there working in the communities as we speak. We have provided these masks to the Ministry of Health, social teams that are deployed. But there is also a number of corporate entities who have come to us because they're on the front line. Food service, for instance. As you may be aware, Island Grill was one of our biggest supporters and encouraging us to do more and get more of these masks out, and they were the first ones to come on board.
Colonel Rickman, through his ingenuity, started the manufacture and design of the Hope mask, and we naturally turned to him because of the ongoing partnership that we had. And this is our way of saying thank you. So we have brought our team down to, go ahead and feed the interns and anybody else who might have been participants in producing these things for us.
I hope it's an example for others to follow suit. I invite other entities to come on board with us, donate some masks. There are entities now who are buying masks and allowing us simply to give it away.
Each mask is sold at a cost of $350 and are done to exact specifications.
We reach out to the Bureau of Standards as well as the Ministry of Health to look at various materials, look at various makeup and the design of the mask. And I'm happy to say that these masks that are made by Hope, they're made with material that are already water repellent or moisture repellent, but it's made with a level of comfort. It's in 3 layers so that it significantly reduces the possibility. So it's not a guarantee, but it significantly reduces the possibility of moisture and vapor to enter into the system. Or for those who may have the virus, if everybody is wearing it, it will protect them from passing it on as well. All of these masks are made in the Jamaican colors, as you can see. And they're made because we wanted to inspire a sense of, that we as Jamaicans, we're all in this thing together. The masks are made by these young persons who would otherwise have been doing nothing at home. So they're earning a bit of a stipend whilst they're making these masks. They're doing something good for the country. They're in their own way, they're contributing, they're giving their own service back by contributing, making masks, albeit for a small stipend.
Starting a program changed me. Right now, I want to become the best fashion designer there is, if there's such thing. And I'm just here working to the best of my ability to gain more experience and strengthen my skills and just let it take place from there.
The stipend is the starter for me. So the stipend basically started me. So now I own my own business, and the business name is For Your Glory Design. And now I can fetch for my family and myself.
I'm more confident in sewing than before because I can do a lot more than I could do before, like pattern making, jackets, suits. I'm actually making masks for my community also. I'm selling them in my own community. Yeah. So fashion is a good thing for me, and Oak did a lot. Trust me, it did a lot for me.
An important message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. What to do if you think you have been exposed or are experiencing signs and symptoms of COVID-19. Immediately call 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683. In addition, you should stay at home. Don't go to work, school, or any public place. Do not use public transport, and avoid visitors to your home. You may need to do this for up to 14 days to reduce the spread of the infection. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Up next are the latest updates on government's comprehensive response plan to COVID-19.
As of today, Jamaica has recorded 12 new cases of COVID-19. That's over the last 24 hours, 12 new cases. This brings the total number of confirmed cases to 638. The new cases consist of 8 females and 4 males with ages ranging from 4 to 65 years. These 12 persons, are from St. James, 4, St. Anne 2, Kingston and St. Andrew 1, Clarendon 2, St. Elizabeth 1, Manchester 1, and Westmoreland 1. 9 of the cases are imported, 8 from the United States and 1 from Canada. The 3 additional cases are related to an imported case from the United States. The new cases bring to 134 the number of imported cases and to 222 the contacts of confirmed cases. In addition, 39 are local transmission cases not epidemiologically linked, 236 are related to a workplace cluster, and 7 are under investigation. So 369 or 58% of the 638 confirmed cases are females, 42% or 269 are males, and the ages range from 2 months to 87 years. In terms of recovery, we continue to see a number of persons recovering from COVID-19, a very positive sign for us and for those individuals and for the country. In the last 24 hours, we've had 7 additional recoveries, putting the overall recovery numbers to 458, and I think noteworthy, 72% of persons who are recorded as have been infected. So 72%. So that number continues to edge up in the right direction. And that also is a good sign that persons are recovering from this virus. It means that there is hope after COVID. And I think that's an important lesson to articulate. Further, there is currently 1 critically ill case and 1 moderately ill case. The last time we spoke, we had 2 critically ill cases. I am assuming that one of those critically ill persons have been downgraded, if you will, to being moderately ill, and that is very positive. It means that the public health system is providing appropriate guidance and support, and that is encouraging. In terms of testing, our testing numbers are now up to 18,621, with 1,158 new samples tested in the last 24 hours. And this is significant. As you know, we took a decision the government that is, to further relax the persons coming in, both nationals and non-nationals. Nationals from the 1st of June at accelerated rate, and non-nationals since June 15th. And that resulted in quite a number of persons. So we have been able, the lab, the support team, to collect samples and to test. And over the last 24 hours, 1,558, which represents the largest number of results in any single day. And we want to commend the team for that. Of the 18,621 samples tested, in addition to the 638 positives, there are 17,926 negatives, and we have 57 cases that are pending.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The Jamaica Information Service has updated its mobile app. It's easier to navigate, loads even faster than before, talking about top speed, operates seamlessly across platforms, and we're a creative bunch, so it's much easier on the eyes. Now you have quick and easy access to new stories, television and radio features, and a variety of photos right at your fingertips. And you'll get push notifications when new content is uploaded. Download the app on your Apple and Android devices now and get news you can use. Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica on the go.
The 10 finalists for the 2020 Jamaica Festival Song Competition have been declared, and there is a noticeable change from previous years. This time, the competition boasts some of the big names in the entertainment industry, names such as Buju Banton, Freddie McGregor, Nazelman and Toots and the Maytals. That's sure to elevate the appeal of the show, but the best thing about this year's competition is that the winner will be chosen by you, members of the public. You will have an opportunity to select the winning song in mid-July so that you will have enough time to learn the lyrics in time for our independence celebrations in August. So if you have not checked out the top 10 finalists as yet, head on over to the Instagram page of the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC. Let's play our part in making Jamaica a better place for persons to live, work, raise their families, do business, and of course, celebrate our independence. And that's all we have for you on today's show. Thanks for staying with us for another edition of Jamaica Magazine. If you enjoyed what you saw today, do remember that you can re-watch the show on our website or our YouTube channel. Don't forget that you are also able to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for more news and information. I'm Theodore Henry. Have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.